Hello everyone, Ray Buggy Bug here. As you can see from the title of this video, this is a rant. If I remember correctly, I think I made a rant on this guy that I'm going to discuss before. I even made a rant on Tumblr about him a little while before too. But not like a little while ago. I think I made like 2 rants on him on Tumblr. And I posted one up here, but I don't think I said his name in it. But I knew him originally as King-76. And that's the name that I usually address him as because that's what I'm more used to. His next names were Shadowblade765 and PoetPunk95. Now with this guy, even at the start, it was bad. I was around 12 or 13 at the time, and I've been on DeviantArt for like 3 months. I know, I was a little young to be up there, but being new to the site, I was happy to actually make friends. One day, I got a note from a user I didn't know, and it wasn't a watcher. It was him. The note, by now, is lost in time, and I didn't have it. It must have been deleted or something. I think one day I accidentally deleted like every note I had, and I was really upset because I had an RP going on with a friend. But anyway, but the thing that he noted me about was to help with the little situation he got himself into. I don't know what made him think to ask some random kid for help that he didn't know, but I went with it. What was his situation? He wanted to make a separate DeviantArt account so he can date his ex again without knowing it was him. And how would I be of assistance to his grand old scheme? Go on her page, telling her to watch him, saying how he was my brother and that he's a huge fan of hers, and he would be honored for her to watch him. It failed because he couldn't set up the account and had to say, sorry, never mind, wrong person. Like, saying that sort of stuff makes me feel really uncomfortable because, but yeah, isn't he already the best person ever? Oh, but don't worry, it doesn't end there. No, sir. This girl, I'm not going to say her name, but a while back she posted a journal showing their notes back and forth. And to summarize the beginning, she was like saying, oh, this poem I made wasn't about you, it was about some guy at school. And that they saw a little journal that the guy posted about her and she didn't appreciate it, and that he's holding a grudge on her, and saying like, can't let that go, and saying that she was sorry that she was like being rude to him though because she was going through stuff at her house and she let it out on him, but it doesn't give him the right to say that sort of stuff about her. Well, I don't have the thing that he said stuff about her. He was like, oh, sorry about that then, kiddo. Yeah, another thing he always calls everyone kiddo, and it's really weird. But he was like, oh, but it was like clingy stuff. I still can't forgive you. But it kept going back and forth. And she tried to like be like calm, like saying, I just want to go back to us being bros again, yeah, dude. But he kept like retaliating like really negatively. And she just like slowly was like, oh my god. And eventually it led to him saying that he has her location, name, and sister's name, and she should be glad that he isn't a criminal or he would probably kill her. But she was like, you can't really make that threat because I have the same information with you, so try to blackmail me. But yeah, death threats. And you try to get back with this girl after you've threatened her? Oh no. But in the note, he was calling her a slut. And at this point, we found out he had 2 girlfriends at one time. And he was calling her the slut. Like, so she was like, excuse me? And like, really? And she said that he does not have her pity or anything, but she will forgive him, but she does not want to interact with him anymore. It ended with him calling her a twat. But, yeah. I knew about this journal, though, because she commented on my page with the link. I think he also showed me, but I don't remember. It happened a long time ago, as I said at the beginning. I think anyway. Our little talk back and forth, she seemed like a really good person. I told her I can't pick sides because everyone's pointing fingers, and I didn't want to lose a friend, and I just wanted the fighting to stop in general. But boy, I wish I had lost him then. Oh my god. She said how he could hold a grudge, and I just said how some people hold them longer than others. She agreed, thanked me for my time, and left. It was a very good conversation. Nothing was horrible. It was fine. I actually kind of wish I was her friend now, because she's really cool. So, after the fighting finally dropped, from my end anyway, he constantly went on my page and said shit like, "Man, I wish I had a girlfriend," or how he doesn't want to be lonely in life or some crap like that. It was always like really cheesy. But what did he expect me to do? It made me feel like he was like low-key flirting with me or something. It really creeped me out. Another thing that he always did was bombard me with requests. When I was a new deviant, I wanted to get my art out there, so I took a lot of requests. Request of what, though? Oh, you know. Runamon and his pony in human form cuddling. He wanted me to... He warned me saying how Runamon was made into a porn star. I know he got off to it even though he acted disgusted. Like when he even was describing it, he was like, "That's a warning. She was made into a porn star." But how do I know that he got off to it? Later, he asked me to draw Renamon in a leather jacket, kind of suggestively. By this time, I was still like 13. I made an excuse not to draw it, and it worked, but I was still very disturbed. It reminded me of the time I had someone ask me to draw shirtless, obese, sorority rip boys with skimpy Powerpuff Girls all upon them as teenagers around the same time. Glad I didn't do that one either. But back to the guy. King-76 would constantly ask for more requests. One was for a cover of his work-in-progress Clomber fanfic. I'm not a My Little Pony fan. I'll just go ahead and say that. So I already wasn't very hyped to make it. I was able to do it by only drawing his pony in human form, but I still wasn't very to do it. Later, I opened request. Sonic request. I did that because I knew that he didn't like Sonic, and I thought maybe I could take some requests without him bugging me. And no. He requested his pony to be a Sonic character. I don't even know why I was so surprised, to be honest. Of course he would request something. When I finished it, he made a point how he didn't even like Sonic. Then why request something that's Sonic, you dumb shit? His comments, though. Oh, his comments. Well, I did have some positive feedback. There was always something he wanted changed. That made him sound like he wasn't very grateful. First on with his human pony and Renamon. "Oh, why is my hair so long? Watch out next time." I only had his pony for reference, so how was I supposed to know? But I was just like, okay. Next drawing was with the human pony. Why am I so pale? You didn't say anything about it last time, and there was the exact same color. It's like white. His skin was white. Very white. Like literally the blankness of white, because white is not a color. But he didn't bring that up the first time, so I thought I was in the go. "Oh, I forgot to tell you that he has a watch on his wrist. Can you go back and fix that? And the skin." When I was a starting artist, I'm still a starting artist, but I was like 13. I merged all of my layers, including my line art, to my colors. I'd never had layers to work with, and I still don't. My max amount of layers is 18 with my smallest canvas, but as I make my canvas bigger, the amount of layers goes down, and I'm limited to 3 layers was my biggest. I told him how I couldn't fix it, and he got extremely bummed about it. Well, you dumb fuck, you should have said something last time, but no, how the hell was I supposed to know? Also, the way he wanted his pony drawn was stupid. I know I'm being picky with it, but he wanted his pony drawn as a hedgehog with a navy blue muzzle. Like, this just irks my inner artist. I even showed my friends, well, I don't think I showed them the picture. Like, I told them about that, and they're like, ew. So I'm not the only one who's like, no, ew, go away. I remember how I said he had a Clomper fanfic. He tried to pay me 5 points to read it and try to add Blaze the Cat in to get me interested. That's what he's saying he was adding anyway in a comment to me. It turned out to be another character, so that's good. Lying to a 13-year-old to make her read your sin. 10 out of 10. I never read it and made me excuses on why. He bought them and said how I was a good friend I was. How good of a friend I was. Around this point, though, I was very shifty of him. He also called me Pinkie Pie. I'm not really fond of nicknames besides Ray, but this one really creeped me out. Why? He was a clomper. He masturbated to those ponies. I don't want to be called after one of them. I usually played along, though, even though I was creeped out to the max. I even tried watching the show, but it was ruined for me. He ruined it. Another thing he did was invite me to be the co-founder of his groups. He had a poetry group and a My Little Pony group. I don't write poetry, and I don't watch the show. Nonetheless, I joined. He left me in charge of spreading the word of the groups and blamed me for them not gaining more than 2 other members, at most. He eventually left saying how he didn't get enough attention, so what was the point in staying? In my mind, I celebrated. I didn't have to put up with him anymore. Or so I thought. Like a year after that, I got a new watcher and a note. Who was it from? Him, of course. His new name was then Shadowblade765. He told me his real reason for leaving. He called his best friend and her siblings bitches, so he got a death threat. Well, now, isn't that what you did to your ex? Oh, how the tables have turned, dearie. His first return was around February 25th, 2015. I took the screenshots of the note he sent when he returned, so that's how I know. But I will say, it makes me kind of feel guilty because then he was saying how I was truly a good friend, even though I hated his guts. He said how he caused a lot of grief online on that old account. Not towards me, though, only towards his, I'm guessing, former best friend. He also challenged me and 2 to 3 other people to make him a thumbnail. I don't think there was a prize. They're like, oh, your art will be our thumbnail. And that's it. No. But yeah, back to requesting already, I see. And that was day 1 of him returning. So I messaged my friend, the Gmod Spartan, on what I should do. And he told me to block him. And if he starts stuff by making journals about me, that then he and his girlfriend would probably make a rant on him. Because I told my friend all of what the guy did. And yeah, it's not acceptable. I remember I told my mom, and she was like, oh my god. And she was like saying how I shouldn't forgive him for anything, and I'm not forgiving him. But I blocked him, and nothing happened, so I figured I was finally done with him. Wrong again. Silly me. I should have known better. He came back as PoetPunk95, and again noted me of his arrival back to the site. He told me he wanted a fresh start, and I initially replied, oh, hi there. So many fresh starts. Meanwhile, I'm the same. I told my friends about his arrival, and I was on a Skype call with one of them. I told them about him before, but since I was too scared to tell him to leave me alone, my good old pal, Shadowstar, said that she got me. She logged onto my account with permission and went to the notes and told him, as me, quote-unquote, leave me alone, thanks. He only replied to the note that she sent and asked if something was up. I replied with how I wasn't really the same person that he knew. I told him my friend logged onto my account and wrote that message for me, but I said how I can't let go of certain things that caused me to regret. He somehow picked up I was talking about him. Shocker. I told him how I can't forgive him for the things that he did, and he said that he didn't even remember some of it. But that doesn't change the fact that he has done something. He did say, though, that he understood if I didn't forgive him. I told him I wouldn't block him or anything again, but if he wanted my trust back, he would have to work for it. I didn't want to just be nice about this anymore and act like nothing happened. At this statement, though, he got extremely butthurt. He was saying how I can't just stop being nice to him. So, he expected me to draw stuff for him or something again. No. I have all the right I have to not be nice to him. You did this, sir. I wasn't even attacking him or anything, though. Around this time, though, I made a journal saying how I felt really crummy because of some things that happened to me before, and he took this for a reason of why I said those things to him. He commented on the journal saying how he doesn't understand how a person could hate me, and I'm cool. My friend Harassment told him to back off, but he retaliated saying that wasn't their business. But Shadowblade pointed out to him that it was very much their business because they were my friend, and they knew about the things that happened before. Hallow did eventually stop under my request because I didn't want to start anything. Because I do not like getting involved with drama, but yes, here I still am. But the creep took this as a peace offering of friendship or something, even though my friend said it's because I requested him not to, and kept going on their page, and it really creeped them out. He eventually commented like, "Hi friend," or some overly friendly statement, and my friend asked him to stop. They suspected him of block invasion and kind of being a stalker towards me and his ex. He then said how they were jumping to conclusions and called them the scum of the earth. Yeah, totally. Expressing how creeped out you're being. Yep, such a scum. You're so creepy. I hate you. My friend took screenshots of this little note they had as well. My friend has live notifications so they know when he visits. He said he was just trying to be friendly, and just so you know, that's not friendly. No, it's creepy and stalkerish. He also made a journal, like not saying our names, but it was very obvious who he was talking about when we saw him. He was blaming Harassment for me not being his friend anymore. How does this work? I told him, we all told him before, I didn't like him for such a long time. He even said to Harassment, 3 years, I really messed up, didn't I? And they're like, yeah. So he admitted that it was him, but then he blamed my friend. No. But he was calling them a lowlife and saying how the role is screwed up because my friend made a poll showing the argument they had, and then proceeded to say people like them are the worst. No, sir. You are. He also noted me, and it goes as, your friend Hallow makes me sick. She's making false accusations saying I'm a stalker. And much more. And don't even think of replying to me either because you, my friend, are dead to me. Have a good day. ... Smiley face. Hold up. What did I even do? The last thing I said is I wasn't going to block him, and I'm dead to him now. Well, I'm glad thinking that he'll hopefully leave me alone, but who knows with him. He might pull what he did to his ex and make a new account and try to start over with it. And probably message me and try to be my friend. When did this happen? This little event? July 13th, 2016. This year, this month. How nice. I also went on his ex's profile to find the journal with the note I mentioned earlier and saw PoetPunk95 was one of her more recent watchers. I commented on her page telling her it was him if she didn't know. But this guy legit makes me feel unsafe. He deactivated after blocking me, but he did that to his ex and he still watched her later. I don't know if he watched her when he was Shadowblade, so I just feel really shifty. Seriously though, watch out for him. I'm not joking when I say this. With the shit he did, I don't know what will happen next. Each time he turned, he's saying I would change. Don't believe him. He won't change. Ever. Most likely anyway. This has been Ray Buggy Bug, signing out.